Hello there. You're live on Channel 4.
Fuck or bugger.
Yes. Yes, we normally tell you not to do that, but Mike wants to get ahead of the censors.
Fuck
Mike,
or
how
bugger.
could you?
Now, April, you said this looks like a CD cover.
Yeah, specifically a Jamiroquai cover, and
Yes!
I don't know how.
Yes! All I could think when I saw it was virtual insanity.
Yes, exactly.
Now, the real question is, does Mike know virtual insanity?
No, I do not.
Oh.
And therefore, I believe that this is real.
Well, this isn't Jamiroquai, I'll tell you right now.
This
It could have
is
been.
Really? Have you seen
Fish.
Jamiroquai?
Well, if someone doesn't know Jamiroquai, it could have been to him.
I suppose so.
I am saying that this is real.
Real. Interesting. So, Mike, are you
The-
locked in real?
I have
way-
also locked in real.
The reason why is because I don't think AI could pull off fingers that well and pull that angle off correctly with how he's standing.
You are correct. It is not virtual insanity. It is real insanity.
Woo.
Hooray!
That's broken a cold streak for me, I think.
I know it has. Well, I'd like to blame it on me migraine, Mike. See, I can't get good pictures to fuck with you.
Oh,
With
yes,
my
that's how
head
it
this way.
works. That's how it works.
Now, last Halloween, and many Halloweens before that, there's been a person in Somerset who we've covered now and again.
I know who we're talking about.
Who are we talking about, April?
Gimp Man.
Yes, the Somerset
Did you
Gimp.
just say Gimp Man?
Well,
Yes.
it is the
Oh,
Somerset
no.
Gimp.
Oh,
Who
no.
The Essex Gimp distanced themselves from and said he does not represent the gimping community.
Ah, yes, that makes it better.
Now, after years of doing this, finally the Somerset Gimp has been banned from wearing a gimp suit in public and crawling, wriggling, or writhing on the ground for 5 years.
Thanks,
I-
I hate
I-
it.
I thought that headline was beautiful.
And so ends, or so postpones for 5 years, the tale of the
So
Somerset
postpones the Somerset Gimp.
Oh,
That
God.
sounds like a really nice poem.
Banned from wearing gimp suit in public and crawling, writhing, and wriggling on the ground for 5 years. So postpones the Somerset Gimp.
Wow.
And it's snowing on Mount Fuji. It's just some weird haiku. Now, the title of this weird news is Blinded by the Light. Now, do you remember NFTs?
Oh boy.
Oh, I know this one as well.
Do you? Tell me.
I do. For some reason, I'm ahead of your weird news. However, what happened was there was a Bored Ape meeting
Yes, you're
or
correct.
like party for all the people who owned a Bored Ape NFT, and then what happened is that the lights, the lasers that they used in the show were UV, and therefore people have suffered like permanent retina damage and blindness
Yes.
because of it.
Yeah. Couldn't see anymore. Bored Ape conference attendees wake up with searing eye pain and vision loss.
That's a shame.
Boo-hoo, rich people, boo-hoo.
I know. Also, like, I mean, the Bored Apes look horrible, so I guess you don't really want to see. Like, they look
Someone
horrendous.
said they're cool and were worth money, though. But
I mean, you might as well just be blind if you're betting on NFTs.
were
It's
worth
like it's
money
really
that-
just taking a shotgun into a room and then just praying you hit something.
Will worth
Mhm.
money the be?
Exactly. But speaking of tech, who like have you either of you seen the movie Blade Runner?
Yes,
Yeah.
What's the main character called?
Tech Man. I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Okay, Mike, what do you think?
I don't know.
Now,
I'm not very good with
what do
names.
you
All I can
think?
think of is Snesley Wipes.
It's not. It's not Snesley Wipes.
I'm shocked.
Do you think his name is Blade Runner?
Probably.
Sorry, did you say
Probably.
Blade Runner or Run-In?
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. It would be fun if it was.
Well, it's not Blade Runner, and it's like people saying like, "Oh, Luke Skywalker's name is Star Wars, Mr. Star Wars."
Mr.
Because
Star Wars.
Elon Musk's let's clear up a few things about Blade Runner and the Cybertruck. At this point, the Cybertruck is the most badass truck ever made. It is an armored personnel character from the future. What Blade Runner would have driven?
Wow.
He's not called Blade Runner. He's called Deckard.
Deckard.
Yes,
I mean,
but it seems that like for a person who's like
a
trying to
self-proclaimed
market
king of the
themselves,
nerds.
yeah, and then like it doesn't help his case.
It's cringeworthy.
Yes.
Never.
But speaking of cringeworthy,
Oh,
April,
you've
what
got
do you
pictures of
think?
me.
Well, April, what do you think of Leonardo DiCaprio?
As an actor, 50-50, I think he is capable of pulling some really good performances out of his arse. Should have got some, like, reward for that with one of those nice shiny trophies.
Titanic should have
people
been an
tend to get.
Oscar.
Yeah, exactly.
For a
but-
start.
He's one of those people that can take his acting a little bit too far. So
yeah,
I
he
think
wants
that
that
he can
Oscar.
sometimes make a caricature out of things. I think he tried a little bit too hard in The Revenant, but it did work because it was a really good movie.
Well, it's a good thing you mentioned Titanic, Mike, and you mentioned taking things too far, because we covered this a while ago. So he has a reputation of dating people and then getting rid of them that are within an
Over
age
25?
bracket. Yes. And now Leonardo DiCaprio's new girlfriend wasn't even born when Titanic was released.
How old is she?
25, so like she doesn't have long left with him apparently.
Like,
Fuck's
what?
sake.
I mean, do I have an expiry date? Am I missing something here? Do I have to look on my arse for when it says best before?
Well, apparently for Leo, yes. Like he's got this weird like there was a graph that we covered ages ago that showed that he only dates people within this age bracket and then gets rid of them.
Dude, I mean, at the end of the day, right? People will be people, and they'll show off in different ways, and they'll pretend to be Big Bollocks, no matter like if they are or not. It's a weird kind of thing that people know about this, but people still want to date him and things, and it just goes to show how shallow his relationships are. Because these ladies are probably more than capable of finding that information out and still choose to be with someone so shallow.
Like imagine it's like, oh, so have you seen Titanic? Ah, the movie about the boat.
Oh, that classic.
Yeah, that classic. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think my dad mentioned it once.
Oh god.
It hurts.
Well-
Also, I've just came up with a new character for roleplay thanks to you, April. Billy Bogbillocks. He's gonna live in the swamp.
Oh god, the swamps of Louisiana.
Hooray.
Well, over in Amazon introduces bipedal
Speaking
robot
of
workers
warm
in its
temperatures.
warehouse.
What about warehouse? Sorry for that.
Well, Amazon introduces new bipedal robots into its.
Oh,
I can't believe Amazon is basically Arasaka from Cyberpunk.
This is mental.
Like we're sleepwalking into a dystopia.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it almost looks like Blade Runner.
If I said open your eyes 2 more times, I would officially be like conspiracy theory guy.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if, who's the guy? Bezos. I wouldn't be surprised if there were human brains in those things.
It's insane.
For even more dystopia. Well, over in China, they're using robots a different way. Now, how do
Is
you
it
move...
to fuck people?
No. How do you move a 3,000-ton bus terminal?
Slowly?
Carefully.
Carefully, you're correct, because Chinese engineers moved a 3,000-ton bus terminal with hundreds of hydraulic jacks.
Looks a little bit like a giant spirit level.
Yes. So this is actually the world's biggest protractor.
Yeah.
I mean, engineering's crazy, man.
I just don't know why they keep wanting to move stuff. Just like, yep, make it go at a 90-degree angle.
Was there any reason for them moving it?
Well, they just decided to move it. To make room for a high-speed railway project.
Choo-choo.
Honestly, we should ask them about high-speed railway. What with HS2? I know. Now, China has also installed giant escalators as alternative to mountain hiking.
Okay.
I mean,
that's not
really worse.
That's not really hiking because it's not even walking.
Well, I mean, what if the escalator breaks down?
Well, then it's walking. And it's arguably worse than mountain hiking because it's a constant bad gradient.
Yeah. Like, have you ever, like, you know when an escalator breaks down and you have to walk up the escalator?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me, or does it feel like your feet are heavier?
It's weird, yes it does.
It does feel weird and bizarre. I think it's entirely because my brain is just like, this thing
Your
should
brain
be moving.
knows that this isn't the thing that should be happening.
Yeah, my logical brain is like, this should be moving. But it's just not. So it feels heavy. Well, over in Korea, I believe? Yes, South Korea. Scientists develop a light exosuit that helps people sprint faster.
That's cool.
I mean, at least this way, you know. Like, you can physically see if they're enhancing for the Olympics.
You know how we said that it would be funny if... It would be funny if
the Drug Olympics.
Yeah, exactly, where everyone could dope. I still think that should be a thing.
Same. Like if they want to do it and destroy their bodies, but it'll be far more entertaining. Also, like if people want to bring in like wild tech, fuck it. It's the anything goes Olympics.
Completely. Blind people shooting bows and arrows. Would be amazing.
Now, video game.
Vidya.
Have either of you seen or played Bloodborne?
I've seen Lee play Bloodborne, yes.
I have not played, nor have I really seen, because Souls games make me feel like I am a 4-year-old child who has barely touched a keyboard.
Well, what do you think of racing games, Mike?
Racing games make me feel like a 4-year-old child who has never touched a keyboard.
Oh, well, that's perfect, Mike, because here's your two things that will make you feel like, I guess, a 2-year-old who has never even seen a keyboard. Because fan-made Bloodborne Kart gets official release date with 12 racers, boss fights, and more.
What?
Would you like to see it?
Sure.
I can't remember. Not a thing, only I feel. A yearning, something I never felt before. could this be joy?
Wow. This is beautiful. Can we play this?
Yeah, I'm totally down. The dude in the wheelchair. Father
Yeah.
Gascoigne. Oh my god.
I will be used. Not bad at all.
Don't you hear the hand calling?
I say Mario Kart hasn't made any new maps in a while. This is just better.
This is insane.
This is fucking wild. I feel like I've just slipped into the Twilight Zone. Also, I really want to know what the first of the 31st month is.
You see, it's because they're
Oh,
American.
I know. I use
Wait,
it. all the
I
time.
don't know that. I don't know the Americans' logic. It should be very simple. Idea day.
1st of
month.
September.
Yeah, day month. Yeah, that it's. Why does that need to be difficult?
But that's the way it's written there. It's the 1st of September. We do it as. Wait, what? I'm so confused. Wait, no, that's the wrong way round. Help. Next.
Are you okay? That's the 31st of January.
Yeah, but I read it wrong.
Where did you get September?
I'm so.
Why do you think September is the 31st month in the calendar?
Can we move on?
Yes. Siren Kings, New Zealand city plagued by Celine Dion speaker battles. You see, cars are covered with speakers and just blasting Celine Dion ballads or remixes of Celine Dion ballads to
Barrett?
anger residents.
Is it the Christmas one?
They're just remixes of varieties of different songs. I also don't know why. It's just like, huh?
The world is a weird place, and I'm glad I don't live there.
Well, I mean, luckily, there's more weird music news. Because whose fan base is completely insane?
Taylor Swift.
Yes. You see,
She's
Taylor
now a
Swift fans have
billionaire, isn't she?
reportedly... Pardon?
She's now a billionaire, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, she is, because of that tour. But Taylor Swift fans have reportedly lined up for 5 months ahead of the Argentina shows. So,
Sorry, did you just say months?
yes. So,
And did you also use the word line up?
There's hundreds of fans, and they're sharing tents on specific schedules. And how they're doing it is, you know, if you stay overnight, you get like more points. Like if you stay and wait longer, you get more points. And then what it is, it's a point-based system where you get to choose where you are in the line. It's not official. It's just they're just like, fuck it, we'll camp out and we'll make a points-based system. And they've been doing it for 5 months.
That's not going to work.
We'll soon see. Now, what do you think of Shadow Art?
She's a really good character.
Yes, she is. But this is more this kind of shadow art because a talented artist creates cardboard dioramas that double as detailed portraits.
That's really cool.
Wow,
That's really cool.
that's very impressive.
Oh, look, Mike. It's your favourite character.
No. Fuck J.K. Rowling.
I assume that's a sportsman.
That's Lionel Messi.
Don't know who the fuck that is.
That is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Is it?
That's Cristiano Ronaldo if someone had taken LSD and then drawn Cristiano Ronaldo.
And giving him the fucking Joker smile.
Yes, exactly.
Alright. Well, speaking of camping outside for the Taylor Swift concert, Man lives unnoticed under shopping mall staircase for half a year.
Wow.
I mean, I guess, like, people just didn't want to bother him.
A shopping mall staircase.
Yeah. He's been living relatively comfortably for more than 6 months.
Fair play to him.
Apparently it's been challenging even for the most attentive security guards. It's
Well,
intent.
Clearly, because they haven't found him.
Well, they have now.
Well, then it wasn't challenging. They were just dumbasses. Also, if he was unnoticed, surely they could just let him carry on being unnoticed.
I guess so, but like, I mean, it's kind of difficult when you notice something like that. You know what I mean? It's like you've technically noticed a crime.
Yeah, but like, is living really a crime?
In China, yeah.
I guess so.
Now, woman wins court battle to have her adult sons evicted from her home. So this is
that's very Italian of them.
yes. So just so you know, the two sons are 40 and 42.
Yeah.
And they
Wow.
weren't doing anything. She was like, "Get the fuck out," and yeah, she then took her to court and got them evicted.
Were they paying their rent?
They were doing nothing.
They were doing nothing.
It looks like.
Well, then she's got every right to. I don't think it's very fair. Unless they had some sort of like mental disability.
No,
You can't really
they
excuse anything
didn't.
like that. That's just laziness. Good on her for like taking a stand.
They never
Although
even entertained the
someone's-
idea since they
although
wouldn't even pitch in
someone's
financially
getting
or
put
do
in a
house
home.
chores.
Yeah, someone's getting put in a home at some point.
Oh yes.
Oh god, dark. Speaking of dark, scientists discover the world's darkest river.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
So it's because there's a high level of dissolved organic matter, which sounds just like horrible.
So all the warlord's enemies have been dumped in that river.
Pretty much. The study has said it's essentially jungle tea.
Ew.
I
Oh,
know.
that sounds gross.
Would you like to have a sip
That's-
of jungle tea?
I'm gonna say no.
It also sounds like a type of alcoholic beverage.
Yeah, I'll have a glass of jungle tea, 2 for a
Yeah,
fiver.
exactly. Uh-huh.
But, Mike, if you decided to work at a tech shop, what would you do on your first day?
Probably not blow something up or steal something.
Well, you see, Mike, you should have give this advice to this person because man steals 53 iPhones on his first day of work.
Steals 53 iPhones. It looks like he just walked in there with a suitcase.
Yeah, my guy did
Wow.
not think this through. Bless him for trying. Bless him for trying.
God, honestly. Now, what if you made a fake wedding?
Why?
Why?
What level of fake? As in, everyone is aware that it's fake, and it's like just for, I don't know, a show or a skit
just,
or.
She's just made it fake because good-looking married woman stages fake weddings to marry 3 other men for money.
Yay,
Interesting.
money.
She was already legally married. So technically the weddings were fake because, you know, she was legally married, so she can't marry again. Now, Mike.
Yep.
In Florida, what do you expect to find at a thrift shop?
Florida man.
Oh,
Yeah,
good answer.
quite literally. Human skull found at Florida thrift store.
Ah.
Discovery made by anthropologist.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Florida
literally.
man is the answer to almost everything.
Yeah, quite literally Florida man.
It could have been Florida woman.
That is true. That is true. I'm not an anthropologist.
You should be.
Well, alas, maybe I can buy my anthropology degree if I was here and stole this, because 4 men have charged in the theft of satirical golden toilet titled America at Winston Churchill's birthplace.
I would totally steal that toilet. I want the toilet.
I mean, you have to remember it is inside Winston Churchill's house.
I still want the toilet.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Golden Shitter.
Exactly.
Basically.
Now, if you
That's
went...
very shiny.
It is
It's
very
not going to
shiny.
be shiny for long.
Well, I mean, unless they just sell it and then, it's someone else's problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not gold.
No, it
It's
is.
clearly gold plated or gold leaf or gold, something.
It's 18 carat.
Well, then it's not even gold. It's a vegetable.
I suppose you're correct. I stand corrected, Mike. Now, if you
Thank
went
you.
in to have your appendix removed, what do you not want removed?
You're
The rest of the paper.
you. No, that was a bad joke, and I'm laughing at it. I'm guessing your gallbladder.
Yeah, liver.
Yeah, they're both good answers and probably correct, because man has wrong organ removed by surgeons who couldn't find
Who
his
couldn't
appendix.
What the fuck?
Wow.
He said that one of the surgeons seemed to just make light of the mistake. Ah, we fucked up.
That's
Do you remember Dr. Nick from The Simpsons? Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Dr. Nick.
Oh, good. I couldn't find your appendix. Whoopsie.
I just took this one out instead.
You don't need this. It takes out his beating heart like the scene in Indiana Jones. Kalima.
Jesus. That's out of. Do you know what? I can see that you don't have a puppy picture ready, but this would be puppy worthy.
I mean, I
I
can
think
get
that-
you one. Mike, do you want
It
one?
is okay. It is okay.
Hold
It
on,
is
Mike.
okay. It is okay. Continue. Find me something weirder and fun.
There you go.
Tee
Now, who is walking who?
Who is walking? You are being walked, I'm afraid.
Why does Shiloh have a measuring tape?
It's not measuring tape. It's a tugging toy.
A tug toy. Oh, okay. It does look like a measuring tape.
It
Is
does.
that what they're
It's
calling
entirely
it
because
these
the other.
days?
He was so scared with the fireworks, bless him.
Yeah, that's why fireworks need to be at controlled locations as opposed to idiots.
Yeah, instead
completely
of
agree.
being just everywhere.
Fireworks are great, but stop giving dogs heart attacks.
So, you know how in court, Mike?
I've never been.
Now,
However,
I have.
I have been in roleplay.
well, in the idea of court, it's not a person who is, on the stand. It's not their job to provide evidence. It's for the court to provide evidence, correct?
Yeah.
Well, you see, man accused of masturbating in Target claims it was dildo, not his penis.
Oh, that's the excuse I used last time as well.
It was dildo.
Wow. People are weird.
He's like,
Too weird
it
for
can't
me."
be my penis. That is far too big. I have a tiny penis. That was
Teeny
a dildo,
tiny.
you see. So yeah, they have to logically prove he did what he said, or it's fake.
I
God bless America.
don't want to be. There we go.
There we go.
That's how I feel looking at that article.
Well, Mike,
Yes.
in Florida,
Yes.
there is a border patrol car, or should I say a fake border patrol car, because sheriff warns of booty patrol vehicle in Florida.
What?
You see, here it
Is
is.
this-
Here's booty patrol.
Is this I mean,
What about?
you know how
Florida?
on a certain website there's a certain thing about a certain taxi.
No, it's not one of those. So what
Okay.
they've done is just these kids have made a vehicle that looks nigh on identical to a border patrol car, but just said booty patrol.
Beautiful.
Also, can you tell me where the border is in Florida?
I
At
can't.
the edge.
Because it's the fucking sea.
Well, I mean, they have a border, and it is to Georgia and to, I forget what other state.
Georgia and other.
A speedy Google will tell me the answer. This is the official Google segment.
Where does Florida border? Like, people in that state are screaming out, please don't associate yourselves.
The other state it borders is Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Because Alabama drops down to the sea and cuts off Florida from Louisiana or Mississippi.
Ah, well. Well, from cars to planes, former Delta co-pilot indicted for threatening to shoot captain during commercial flight.
I mean, that beats the guy who was off duty and tried to crash the plane.
That is very true. But, imagine if you hated, your pilot so much that as a co-pilot, you're like, I'm going to shoot you. Also,
Yeah,
how'd you get a gun on board?
Just change crews.
But how'd you get a gun
but
on board?
This is one of those ones where they just don't check the luggage of the crew, because why would the crew do something stupid?
Exactly. April, do you like donuts?
Yes.
Well, it's a good thing you don't live in any of these states, because stolen Dunkin' Donuts truck leads to donut shortage among towns.
Donut shortage.
Yes. Here's the caveat. It was actually April that stole the donuts.
Wait, we don't want to talk about that because I'm getting some donuts on the side.
Okay,
sorry.
neither of you are getting donuts on the side now that
Sorry.
you've mentioned it to the public.
I can't believe I
Jeez.
fucked it.
Fuck's sake,
I bought 2 cat suits for that mission, and now it's well not of.
And
now you've got to give one to Somerset Gimp Man.
Exactly. You even got a truck license. And obviously, while you were stealing this, unfortunately, since it's all out in the open, this is what Lee was up to. Driver of a van with missing tyre attempts to evade police while carrying 326 cases of beer.
That is
Arses.
a lot of beer.
I love how it's like fucking packed wall to wall.
That is someone who knows how to maximize space. I want that person doing my packing.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's effort, that's responsibility, and that's nearly safety, even though half of them are now sideways.
Also, just so you know, the van was a rental.
People are smart.
Oh,
300, that is a lot of beer.
That is a lot of beer. Let's.
I like
so,
how he's doing all of that with a missing tire as well.
Oh, beer.
God.
That's why they're all horizontal.
Yeah.
most of them seem to have 24 cans in them.
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking beer.
Jesus. Well, you know what? I was going to do this story later, but speaking of beer, German tourist drinks 1,254 beers in 3 hours.
Not gonna lie, I thought that there were some. So when I was getting the bus back from Scotland to come back down to England, there were a few Germans that were on the bus that were going to Newcastle because their team was playing in the Champions League against Newcastle, and I think they may have given them a run for their money.
Wow.
You know those little bin bags that are put on every set of seats. They filled every single person's little bag.
Wow.
And they were
impressive.
only there for 3 hours.
Wow.
Germans know how to drink.
They really do. They really it was more like 5 hours, but still.
Well, over in Japan, Japanese gummy candy tastes like a fruit that doesn't exist.
Okay. Well, if it tastes like an imaginary fruit, then it just tastes of artificial.
Well, you see, a Japanese company has made a national news headline for its production of a gummy candy that tastes like an imaginary fruit called Kira Speaker.
Bless you.
I know.
Then it's just you can't just like this thing tastes like an imaginary chicken. This thing tastes like an imaginary. What do things taste like?
That is very true. I just like how it looks like a fucking weapon of war.
But it looks like something you'd find at the bottom of the ocean, or that you'd use to save your game in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it looks like you'd somehow find a way to crush it for XP. Well, just in time for Halloween. Well, I guess not really. But just in
bit
time for
early.
Halloween, company launches world's first aged coffin wine.
Yeah, that's weird.
Coffin. I hope it's not with a dead body in it. And I know that's a silly question, but
Well,
still.
they took 100 bottles of wine, put them in a coffin, buried them for 6 feet underground in a creepy Victorian cemetery.
In other words, there's a non-zero chance that bodily matter was near that wine.
Yeah, Nan's in the wine.
Fuck's
It
sake.
does sound like you're trying to say naan bread in the wine.
Yeah, naan bread's in the wine.
God, I want a naan bread now.
So do I.
I
to
like
be
naan
fair.
breads. A little bit of nana dust isn't going to stop us.
Ooh, Ninana. Now, if you ordered a milkshake, what do you not want to get delivered?
Boys to the yard.
No, that's the best answer. Forget it.
Okay,
I
well,
don't
you're-
need to answer. That's the
You
best
see,
answer.
Grubhub driver claims delivering cup of urine instead of milkshake was an accident.
Dude, got a fucking kit. Ugh.
The customer
Ah.
noticed the mistake after taking a sip.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
Do you know what? That's really weird because I had a dream last night that someone kept peeing on me.
What?
I was
I
at
mean-
like a club or a house, but it was like some form of like social party thing, and this person would follow me around and piss on me.
I'm assuming
I'm
you
not
weren't.
here to
were
kink
you-
shame.
The reason.
No,
the
no,
real
no.
question is, were you enjoying this?
No, I was not.
Okay then.
I'm not here to kink shame. You do you.
No.
But what I
am
would
here,
suggest
I am here
is
to
that-
kink shame myself.
Okay, what I would suggest is getting tested.
For what? Urine?
Dream urine contamination.
This is where you find out Mike wakes up in a puddle of his own piss. He's just pissed the bed.
Well,
Oh,
if you
that's
tell
what I
anyone
do all
else,
the
you're in
time.
trouble.
Well, from urine to gin.
Yes, it
Close
does taste
enough.
the same.
Exactly. Australian
No, the
gin
thing is,
infused.
gin's all right. Like,
Well,
Gin's nice, I agree.
What about this one? Australian gin
I
is
just wanted to
infused
make a
with
joke.
green ants for a citrusy flavour.
Oh,
thanks,
that's cool.
I hate it.
I think it's quite
Give
cool
me
that
them
they're
ants.
starting to
Kajitsu
incorporate
Ken
things.
wants the ant gin.
I think it's cool that they're starting to incorporate things like insects more into things like flour and things like that.
Yeah.
Because it's extremely important for the environment that these things get like different versions of things. Well, how's the best way to describe it? The best way that we can move forward with being economical in the world is
Yeah.
to start eating insects.
Well, apparently it has a citrus flavour and a hint of coriander.
Oh
Admittedly,
no, coriander tastes like soap. Not
I mean,
interested.
admittedly, it probably has that, not because of the ants, probably because they've added like lemon and coriander to it. Now, what was a woman served as a drink in a hotel?
Is it Green Ant's gin?
No, go think about the last story.
Piss.
Close.
Alcohol.
Because woman sued 5-star hotel for serving her semen-contaminated water.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
How was it found to be contaminated?
Ew, I didn't think of that. Ugh.
She woke up and took a swig, immediately realised that something wasn't right.
Jimmy, the water had a weird taste that she recognised.
Yes.
Now here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Is
Dirty cow.
It is one of the things that you will be like, Well, I've just outed myself.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, just
This,
keep your mouth
this
shut.
water
Look.
tastes like. You know what? Forget it.
Just like, wait.
This doesn't taste like. You know what I would do? I would go up to someone and be like, "This doesn't taste like orange juice, does it?" And make them test it. As well, and that way I'm not out of myself, but get
Yeah.
confirmation that it does taste like this.
This water doesn't taste right. Were you giving it a go
Exactly.
for me? Yeah, it tastes like, and then you just see eyes widen.
Just like, I know.
doesn't-
Just a nod, and suddenly 3 month.
Just excuse me, hotel manager. As a cum connoisseur,
Oh God. Now that's the worst possible way you could have described it.
I know. Now, detoxing. What if you wanted
From
to get
cum
50%...
contaminated water?
No. What if you wanted to get 50% of alcohol out of your blood?
You pray.
Or you drink this, apparently, because Miracle Drink promises to cut alcohol in blood alcohol level in half in 30 minutes. Apparently,
Impressive.
it's a quick hangover cure.
But here's my other issue that I would like to bring up with this. Does it get rid of the effects of alcohol? Because if that means you can drive and stuff after, that's a really cool, like, safety thing that you could use before you head home. But if not, then people are going to misuse that.
Well, apparently it does reduce the risk of alcohol poisoning and hangovers.
I mean, okay, that's a good plus.
Now,
This
obviously,
is also one of those things that will be incredibly useful for personal safety.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. But, like, I know, April, you like snakes,
Mm-hmm.
but we're still on the topic of food and drink.
I mean, I'm fine with that. That's
Would you
okay.
eat a snake?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go to Hong
mean,
Kong.
I've heard
Because-
that snakes don't taste very nice because they're quite bony. They're similar to eels. But I would be down for trying any meat, to be honest.
Well, Pizza Hut is selling a snake pizza in Hong Kong. And, of course, as you can see, they've also done a fried squid and Oreo pizza.
That's taking it too far with fried squid and Oreos.
You're like, you've got me at fried squid.
And
be fair.
That sounds
Oreos.
okay.
Because, like, no. Hold
Look,
on, let 'em
uh,
cook. Don't let them
imagine
cook.
this.
Let them cook.
Imagine if it's just like, hey, can I have the fried squid pizza? Hold the Oreos. Sorry, the Oreos are baked into the pizza.
Because like chili squid or curried squid. All right, pizza squid, maybe. Don't put milky chocolatey biscuit on my pizza, please.
That's my main issue. How can seafood go with chocolate?
Is it chocolate? Are Oreos technically chocolate?
Yeah, they're like a bourbon type thing, so it's chocolate powder mixed in with the biscuit material.
Alright, well. Well, now we'll move from food animals to actual animals.
Every animal's a food animal if you're desperate enough.
I suppose so, but we're food for these animals because killer whales have yet again unleashed terrifying
Attacked.
40-minute attack on a tourist boat sinking
Good
a
on
yacht.
them. Good on them.
The tourists or the killer whales?
Yes.
Okay then. Now this is horrible, and April, you will yell at these people.
I'm getting my voice ready.
Food vlogger sparks outrage by skinning and gutting and cooking an alligator for views.
Here's my issue, yeah?
Yeah.
If the animal was dispatched correctly, then and had a humane life, it should be fine to use them for food. However, if she has killed it herself
Probably is
inhumanely,
not.
yeah, and if that's the case, then I'm not down for it at all. But I have seen this video, and I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with using an animal for food, because that's what she does do with it. My issue is how well that animal lived
Yeah. That's
to be
fair.
used before it being used for food. It's just really interesting because a lot of people will have very strong opinions about the welfare of animals and things. Just because it's an exotic animal that you wouldn't normally see. when really we should be focused on like the welfare of the animals in the UK as well, and
No, that's
what
fair.
we eat.
Now,
I'm going all educational.
oh no, that's fine. I mean, the UK has the worst biodiversity than more countries. But like, it's only now we're starting rewilding projects. That's why we have bison, beavers, and people. They really, really want to add wolves to Scotland. And
I heard a funny joke that they were going to airdrop them in.
I mean, loads of people in Scotland don't want wolves, and I can understand why they wouldn't want wolves, especially the sheep farmers.
Nobody cares about the sheep farmers, Mackie D. Everybody knows this.
Well, it seems that a few people care about the bears, because I did say that there was a fat bear story, but it's a sad one. Because drunk grizzly bears keep getting hit by trains.
That's nothing anybody can help, I think.
No, since the it's only been 63 since the 1980s.
Yeah. So I don't think that's anything anyone can help, unfortunately.
So what they've been doing is they've been getting drunk on fermented grain spilled from rail cars, and because they're completely shit-faced, they just didn't move.
Yeah. Fair.
No one's to blame for that, unfortunately.
Well, Australian farmer Colin Devereaux survives crocodile attack by biting it back.
That is the most hardcore man I've ever seen.
Well, I mean, if it's trying to bite you, I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Yep.
Like,
You're either gonna die, or
"Oh,
you're the man who
fucker."
bit you're the man who bit a crocodile.
Yeah. Now, do you think a stray dog would be fat?
It can be.
Potentially, depends on where they are stray. If they're
In
stray
Russia.
directly behind a restaurant, then probably.
Yeah, because
Well-
you're going to get loads of cafe people cleaning it.
You see,
Oh,
this is
my lord.
Holy
you
shit!
see, this is a stray dog
Oh
from
my
Russia
God.
who is suffering extreme obesity and weighs 100 kilo.
Fucking hell!
He's living the dream life.
I'm not sure he is.
Well, my dream life, anyway.
The Great Dane, the world's largest dog breed, weighs 136 kilograms. Yeah, he's a big chunky boy.
Strongest.
Look at that boy.
That. Do you know what? You could probably mistake that for Fat Bear Week.
Yeah,
Really good.
Fat Doge Week. But Leia, he seems to be getting help, so that's good.
Oh, that's alright.
And finally, last news story. What do you think of Big Cow?
Is this
Probably
Nickers?
very hard to move.
Dude, come on.
It's this cow. Gigantic bovine sets world record for world's tallest steer.
You know what you need to Google? Google Nickers the cow.
I think I've seen them.
I'm scared about
There's a-
how
there's
this
al- there's
will
al- there's also that,
selectively choose.
Like, I mean, to be fair, Mike, there's also these cows with this, like, muscle disease that makes them look
Oh
like...
my god, he's huge.
Yeah.
Isn't he massive?
Like, have you seen the muscle, like, roided out cows? Like, it's this
That-
disease that are in cow, like, bulls that make them look like they're fucking just beasts.
The selective bred for it, it's insane.
Yeah, if you want, Mike, type in muscle cow and you'll enjoy that.
Will I?
Yes?
Yeah, I don't. Because that doesn't. I mean, that's like. That's not.
You've
good.
invaded Mike's brain space for
Yeah,
that.
that's not good.
Well, that is the end of Weird News, though.
That's also not good.
But, I
Aw.
mean, I have a migraine, April has a migraine, we can rest now.
You can,
That
and
is
your
unless-
watch has ended.
No, now our watch has ended.
You might need a new battery for it.
That is true, that is true. I hate watches. I really don't like watches.
My
Either
mum
way...
doesn't like them because she thinks that it's like counting down the hours before you die.
Oh, well, I don't like it. I entirely just don't like it
I'm
because
not-
they're heavy and I
New
don't
fear
like things on
unlocks.
my wrist.
I just don't like knowing what time of day it is.
Yeah, that's fair. But yes, speaking of don't knowing what time of day it is, we're going to bed. All of us together,
Yay.
collectively.
I have a very big bed.
Well,
Roll over. Roll over.
catch you all later. Goodbye.
Adios.
Bye.